Welcome back. We are seeing the terminal operations. In previous video we have covered collect method. Now we will see toArray method. We have seen how can we get a set or string from set of elements. But if we want to convert a stream of elements into an array, we can use this simple toArray method. ToArray method will return an array consisting the elements of this stream. Of course, it is a terminal operation and it will always return object array. This thing to remember that toArray method without any parameter will return object array only. So we will see an example how can we get an array from the stream of elements. So let's move to the Eclipse. Okay, so let me create one class at the main method. And so here I will add one list and we will add a few integers to it. So let's say list of integers list, and here arrays dot as list. Okay, here I will add few integers. Let's import the list. Fine. Okay, now I have a list of integers and it had some elements, but I want an array of elements which are greater than 3. So how can I get it? So let's get a stream of the list first, and we will get it using list.stream, and then let's apply a filter, since we are just adding a simple functionality that all the elements in the array will be greater than 3. So here I will be writing a lambda expression for filter, because filter accepts predicate and predicate is a boolean valued function. So I gives I is greater than 3. So here input parameter is I, and it will check each element. If I is greater than 3, then it will pass ahead. And since filter is a intermediate operation, we need a terminal operation. And as I have told you before that we are going to collect all the elements in array, so there is a method toArray, and we will be using the first one. This method will return an object array. One thing to remember is that irrespective of the element type, this is always going to return object array. So we will be creating toArray, and here let's declare one object array. Okay, now we will be having an array. So let's write a simple for loop and we will be printing it. So object O of ARR, add a sysout statement, and we will be printing it. So o.toString method, since it is an object, we will be using toString method to print it. That's it. Now this is an array, and let's try printing it first. So I will save it and I will run the code. Run as Java application. Okay, you can see that we have an elements and it is in a list, and from that list we are getting an array, but it is an object array. So if I want to get an integer array, like since the elements are integer, I want this array to be integer array ARR. So how can I get it? So let's check how can we get a specific type of array. So I want integer array ARR2, and again we will add the same condition. Let's say list.stream and the same filter. I will just copy paste it. Okay, now as we have said, there are two array methods. The one which will return object array irrespective of any element type or anything, but there is another method where we can pass a generator, and that generator will decide which type of array we are going to create. So we will use the second one here, toArray, and since we want it to be integer array, we will be adding integer array, and here we will be using double colon operator. Let me take it below. Okay, so here we will be using double colon operator and new. So this is the constructor reference we are giving to integer array, and it will act as a generator, and the new array that we are creating will be integer array only. We can print it by using the for each loop and integer I arr to add this is out. Okay, print the I. We do not have to use the toString method because it is an integer only. So save it, and let me add some sysout so that we can differentiate between two outputs. Okay, save it and we will run it again. So run as Java application. Okay, you can see the first one is from object, and then the second one is from our integer array. So this is an object array and this is an integer array. Basically we can create an array from string using the toArray method, and there are two types of toArray method. The first one is simple, which do not accept any parameter, but irrespective of any element type it will always return object array. And the second one is toArray method, which will accept a generator. So you can pass like custom object array and new, or integer array and double colon operator and new. So it will accept an generator and will create an array according to it. And we have checked it by printing the elements. So that's it for toArray method, and we will check the next concept in upcoming video. Thank you.